What? Yes, of course it will be. Oh, Fission says he's lagging. Hold on, he's going to try and fix it. So, might jump back into lobby. Boom, ba-dum, ba-dum. Because Fission's just lagging up. He's just trying to see if he can fix it. He's got the beats going. That's the important part. Let's have a look at the defensive setup here. What's Pronic going to do? Because Pronic hasn't spawned yet. We kick for AFK in a minute. Pronic will be.
Oh, that's dirty.
There we go.
That's dirty.
A lot of football.
Well, it works. If they get hit by the football, they get trapped.
So he's going to launch the football.
Oh, he's going to go straight. Oh, don't tell me he's going to straight at him.
Well, I mean, it's...
There they go. They're pushing for him.
Oh, no, Slasher! You had one job! One job to do, and he pushed it around the side. Okay, they've gone with Forsaken on Junkrat. You can see Mufu sticking on that Symmetra. We'll keep our eyes on the turrets to see exactly where he's going to place him up there. There's big giant balls of death going through. Pronic is on Reinhardt. This time around, Slasher, of course, on Mercy once again. Shadowburn is back, this time on the Genji, and Clanton on the Roadhog. Drunks on the Roadhog himself. Oh, double headshots. Nicely done there. It's got to hurt, but of course he can heal himself up around the corner. Okay,
so other team, the pressure's on for them. They need to finish this game if they want to have a chance to go into the next match against Pretz. Rella getting charged straight through the help of Lucio, doing some decent damage there. Over to Pronic, who's fallen extremely quickly. He had the Earth Shatter available, or he just got it up in the last few seconds of his life, but he's lost out on it. Another team are off to a strong start.
Very good start here. Coming out, Payload already up to the fountain, or statue, I should say. There's no fountain there, not that I know of. It's going to be tactical visors, pop left and right. Going to force him away. Rella just a little unsure exactly of where Shadowburn was going. Does manage to pick him off around the side there. But you can hear, obviously, the opposite number doing the same thing. Mufu has used the teleport, though. So we need to keep our eye on that one, of course. It's going to give them a big advantage, while the Payload did make a lot of uses. A lot of distance is the word I'm after. Don't know where uses came from. It's because I was about to get to teleport usage. You can see there is 4 remaining on that teleport, and the Payload returns.
And plus the revive too, so they have a lot of sustain when it comes to reappearing for the fight. Not necessarily in healing, but in the revive and the teleporter. But anyways, we're seeing Clanton actually play the Roadhog too, so Drunks is going to have a little bit more of a difficult time, especially because Pronic is playing this Roadhog. That shield's going to make it really difficult for him to pull anyone through to provide a kill. Not to mention the Earth Shatter's going to come through. Great charge by Pronic, plus the Earth Shatter, and there's some clean kills coming through.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of countered each other there as well, because you saw Mufu get picked off early, but that doesn't really matter when the main point is Forsaken. Oh, he did get him down in the end there. Did have his ulti available, but as we mentioned, that teleport was available. Won't have too many charges left. In fact, I don't think he'll have any charges left. No, still 2 on there. Oh, and look at that Fission. No, it's so painful to watch. Poor old Mufu. Almost catching out. Fission's just like, nope, I'm out of here. But actually, is he going to be able to find himself the teleport? He's looking. He's looking. He's found it. Oh my god.
It feels rough. That's how you know you're having a bad day.
It's like, guys are oh.
Yep. Well, now his team has to wait for the respawns, though. And the thing is, there's not that many charges left to teleport anyways. It's more of Slasher you need to worry about. Kill him, get the revive away from them, and then you have the chance to actually snowball this fight into the checkpoint. But they've got a minute left. Shadowburn has Dragon Blade. And with the way he's played Genji, except the first time we saw it, this ideally should be a wipe for them, unless they can somehow deal with them. They need Hearthspin to kind of kill him. They need Rella as well to pair in with them just to pick him off. Maybe even Drunks to pick up the kill.
Absolutely. Well, there's going to be the barrage. Is it going to be enough? That's the question, because it kind of traded. Mufu picked up 2 kills in the same time, and also Shadowburn started to pick himself up a couple, creeping himself up the buildings there, but still picked off by House, but been doing a fantastic job since he switched across to the Pharah. But again, successful defensive hold. Working out well for them. 20 seconds to go to get this payload moving.
Yeah, Pronic's just trying to hold them back. Drunks just needs to escape. Get back towards his team here. And this Riptire can pretty much end the game. If he hits a Riptire on multiple people, it could be over, but he's just going to catch out Drunks, get some decent damage into him, but it's not enough. He's got to wait for them to group up a little bit more for that one. Even going to be throwing a shift in there to pick up a kill. That one on a vision. That's the Lucio knocked down. That's a big kill.
That is a big kill, and look at that. The hog in the corner. He does get managed to knock down. Clanton is going to be picked off here by Y-Rods, but is it going to be enough? That's the question. They're going to keep this payload moving. We've got the big resurrect for Moo as well stored up. They do hit the payload marker. 3 minutes back on the clock.
All right, so they almost lost it there. But Fortress can still defend this point. It still could be over. They're going to look for the high ground. Clanton on the soldier. He's going to have a really easy time here, but Junks is pushed up really aggressive. Now Clanton's actually pushed off the rest of his team. Shadowburn's is actually playing Hanzo this time. Gets the kill on a hard spin. That's the fair enough down. He's looking for Moo. He will get the tag, and not the kill. And now Vision is looking to back away, but Clanton gets separated from his team. And that's such a huge thing to have happen. The problem was that with Shadowburn picking up that 1v1 kill or 1v2 kill against Harspin, it just pretty much kept them cold in their tracks. They couldn't continue to push.
Still a long way for that payload to go, though. They tried to push up, tried to go aggressive, and it did keep the high ground for a while, but they've still got this big choke point at the church here. And you can see, with this high ground taken, they're just waiting for that one moment for them to all launch into action. Still a long time, a long charge on a lot of their ultis, though. It's really only Pronic with the Earth Shatter available.
I don't know, Drunk's getting caught out because he pushed up so far. They're just going to rush him down extremely quickly. The Earth Shatter out of Pronic. It could have been there. They could have actually caught off the rest of other team, but enough to actually force them completely back. Shadowburn got the Sonic Arrow onto him. And now, well, Y-Rars goes a little bit too deep. Will actually cost him his life, but Rel has been able to take Forsaken out of the skies. And Shadowburn's just waiting for his opportunity to use that Dragon Strike.
Yeah, we're going to keep our eye on it. Well, it's not going to make it when Harspin gets around the side there. Rella's also pushing up as well. He's got his ultimate available, but he doesn't need it. That was a brilliant flank from Harspin.
Okay, so other team on the brink of a loss will not be able to capture that first point. Are looking to push towards the last. They haven't been able to secure that next checkpoint. 3 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock for them to work with.
So many ultis on both sides.
Yep, it's going to be a huge fight out of both teams. And it comes down to the both healers, Moo and Slasher. Where are they going to be? Are they going to get caught out? Slasher needs to stay alive. He needs to stay back and away. But luckily for him, there's no Graviton Surge he has to worry about. It's just the hook for the most part.
Where is that ulti going to go? That's the question. The payload continuing to move, gets a swing around. Ooh, just had to back away. There's the ult. Does manage to dash around. I don't think it did enough, though. That's the question. Everybody was ready and waiting for it. They were expecting it. Rella, meanwhile, sitting backing away because Clanton gets himself the double and forces the rest of the team back. 3 minutes was on the clock when they got the last point. Now it's down to 2 minutes 30 and counting.
And somehow Forsaken actually survived, even with Rella attacking him from the side. So he wasn't hitting the head enough here. But the Tactical Visor, the Resurrection, and the Earth Shatter, and even the whole hog is up for other team. Where on the other side, all they really have is a Resurrection. And Shadowburn's relatively soon. He's at 58% currently, but hits a couple of shots, and he'll have it back up again. But this is the time for other team to get some ground pushed. They know they have ult advantage. They just have to make it work for them.
Drunks on the flank. He's got Harspin with him, trying to get around the side here. The high ground currently being held by Fortress. You hear Shadowburn firing off his ultimate, but he's been picked off. It was Drunks on the flank. They worked out well. That was what they were aiming for. He's got his whole hog available. Oh, the hook catching on towards Clanton. That may well be enough to force them down. It forces out the Resurrect. That's a big ulti, and instantly they turn it into the whole hog. Drunks and Rella absolutely mowing through the team. Is that enough to make the push around the corner?
Well, the payload's still contested by Mufu. Needs to be cleaned up. Finally, he'll die to Y-Ross. The payload is nowhere near the finish, so Fortress will have another attack, and they'll have it extremely quickly. Clanton switched over to Reaper to provide some sort of cover to this tanky lineup in his face, especially Drunks. Even Shadowburn now playing Tracer just to stall out for as long as they can.
That was a lot of ultis used there. They still have Moo's big Resurrect available, though. Harspin, though, getting picked out of the air by this Tracer. It's working well. Shadowburn should be able to close the deal. Can't quite get the kill, and he's gone the other side. That is horrific to watch sometimes. Painful. Can't manage to get the kills, but they are going to clear out the point, and that's the main point now. 1 minute to go. Fission getting picked off around the side. They tried the aggressive tactic. They tried to force them in the spawn, and it's backfired, and it may have cost them the game.
It might have. 52 seconds left to go here. Even if they don't finish their other team, as long as they stop Fortress from tying or winning, then they will go to that tiebreaker map of Ilios. But Forsaken, Barrage available. Ult's clearly in favor of Fortress so far. Clanton even about to have Death Blossom available. Another team just doesn't really have a lot to work with. Wowers needs to hit a good Earthshot. The problem is the entire team of Fortress are spreading out. The Earthshot's going to come in. It hits onto so many people towards the back line, and Fortress are committing almost every ultimate to this.
Well, and more importantly, Moo didn't survive. That's the big part. because Moo was picked off, which meant there was no resurrect. They are still keeping it moving, though. They are going to keep it going. Tell a lie, Moo did get it off.
Yeah,
I didn't actually see it. I didn't actually spot it. Sorry about that, but immediately it does mean they can pick off this Farah. If Mufu is taken down, they are going to push on through. Is it going to be enough? Clanton, yes, it is. Clanton couldn't get close enough. Clanton couldn't get close enough, and Wyros, well, he put in some serious work at the end there with that Earth Shatter.
Somehow at the end, we're able to finish that one off.
That's all they needed to do.
Yeah.
Just think, overtime was ticking. They got to the payload on that first checkpoint, and they finished the game. That's impressive. There was a couple of moments there where it could easily been over.
Oh yeah.
Just think of that flank. The flank from Harspan or at the church was probably pivotal for me.
Mm-hmm. I think them. I don't even know how they kind of came back from that one. Going to overtime twice in a map is very rough. But now, Fortress. Well, all they had to do was finish in the beginning to win. And that's still all they have to do. If they finish, they'll tie it up. And that means they're up 3-2, and they will be the victor of this best of 3. And move on to play against Pretz, because we still have one more game to go on today. And then they'll have a chance, if they do win that game and then the game tomorrow, to play in the playoffs of the group stage, allowing them to play for the $100,000.
It's going to be a long day tomorrow. It's a long day today, that's for damn sure. 10:20 plus whatever. I think we're looking at a midnight finish here.
Still got another Red Bull.
Still sat ready and waiting. Oh, I'm going to be chugging that, don't worry. But let's have a look at what we have in the lineups here. It is, of course, going to be the red team this time on the defense. So that's going to be Moo on the Mercy. What a clutch res that was at the end. Even though I called it wrong, it was huge. Fission setting up the turrets. Again, we're seeing a Symmetra, because that teleport can be so huge, especially on this opening point. Harspan, brilliant performance from him since switching to Farah. Drunks and Harspan making that change, great adaptation, and it's worked. It's worked very well for them. Wyros, of course, on the Reinhardt, and Rella once again on the Soldier 76. Let's see what attack stick with.
Those rockets should actually connect as they come around the corner. Yeah, there you go. Force the shield out right away. Let's get a little bit of damage in, but not really much towards his ult percent. 11% currently, but the Symmetra Fission is going to be key. It comes down to Moo and how well he can heal his entire team. Luckily for them, though, 2 of those people can heal themselves. Well, technically 3, throw in Mercy, but just the region alone. And Drunks, he's already fallen off the top side. That's going to be a big mistake. If they would have punished that, that would have been huge.
Nearly Shadowburn putting some damage on the Reinhardt there. Wyros taking some punishment, picking off those sentry turrets as well as they stick around the corner. Payload making its way forward. Hooked in there. Clanton, hook on hook. Didn't quite work out. Clanton gets picked off there. That could be big. It's one man down, but Rella's also managed to level things up, but Shadowburn around the side there. Picks himself up another kill. Let's have a look, see where he's going. Going to try and look for that Soldier 76 around the back. He's got his Dragon Blade available. Doesn't need it because he manages to land the shurikens in the back of the head.
Teleporter's down, though. And it's already been spotted by Shadowburn. He's looking for some free kills here. He's looking for Moo. He's looking for anyone he could possibly find. And we'll get the reset off of Fission. And this will close out the points. Look at the first point in extremely quick time, especially compared to how slow other team was.
Big res coming in there.
Enough.
I don't think it's going to be enough. No, the payload is going to be reached. Now, the question is, can they put the work in? Shadowburn getting beamed away by that Symmetra will finally deal with Fission. Get that pesky Fission out. And more importantly, actually, that Resurrect, it actually might backfire on them. I think they're going to get this payload around to the church before they manage to resurrect.
Yeah, they definitely won't be able to have that high ground control. Horseman's the only one to actually rush up there for the most part, as he already sees Shadowburn and immediately says, yep, nope, gonna back away. Gonna let them have that. At least wait for my my Reinhardt to put a shield up in front of me, which is gonna be Wyros here. And they do have a soldier out of Rella, who's gonna maybe be forced to use his ultimate relatively soon just to make sure they have this control and can maintain it. Because look at Forsaken towards the top, so actually came around from the side, gets pulled back in. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but Shadowburn's in the middle of them.
Trying to get around the side. Is he gonna catch it? No, I think he got stuck. He was trying to make the dash, and then the dash missed, and then instantly getting hammered around the back, but he's still going to get himself the kill after the resurrect. That's exactly how you want it to work. And now the payload going to continue moving. The big battle of the sluggers at the back there, the Reinhardts, the Drunks coming in as well on the hog, quickly defending all he can. Needed some heals off there. So, solid hold, just about, but that was on the precipice of failure. And that would have given them a mammoth amount of time in that final checkpoint.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they still have a ton of time considering what other team had at this point, where they had less than 2 minutes remaining to push towards this final checkpoint before the end. But Rella towards the high ground still has not used his tactical visor. They have 4 ultimates up, And Fission's getting relatively close to his own. So now Fortress, how are they going to dismantle this position? I'd say Forsaken, if he hits a nice concussion blast, I'll force him off this high ground. It's just really hard to get that high into the air without being shot down by a soldier.
Here they go. They're going to jump around the side. Earthshatter from behind doesn't work out. It actually backfired horribly. And Wyros gets picked off trying that ballsy move. Let's have a look at Move's positioning around the side. Just waiting for the rest of his team. There we go. The big Resurrect comes in. Gets about 3 of them. But instantly, Pronic manages to land that big Earthshatter. So have a switch back towards him, because the rest of his team are being worked down. Drunks is doing what he can to delay them there. Tries to chug, tries to heal, tries to run away, and actually gets out of there alive. But the payload continues to move.
Fair, he was just feeding ult percent actually over to Pronic, who just uses Earth Shatter and is already up to 42% yet again. The double kill off of one swing takes out Vision and Rella, and the payload, it has crossed the checkpoint. But now into the final home stretch with 5 minutes to go. All they have to do is finish this game to go on into the next round.
This is working out so well for them. 5 minutes now. 5 minutes is the time they have. Drunks gets picked off by Shadowburn. He hops, skips, and jumps around the side there. He may even decide to pop that ulti as the payload continues to move. Just keeps it, holds it in check, and he just waits for the rest of his team to get in position. Look at the ultis, look at the count. It's massively in favor of Fortress with nigh on 4.5 minutes to go.
There we go. Shadowburn not using the Dragon Blade just yet. Spots the tactical visor, gonna dash straight into him, and somehow Rella dies Forsaken. Picks up the double kill, Dragon Blade's gonna come out. This could be the home stretch, this could be a demon.
He manages to catch around. Shadowburn picking up kill after kill after kill. Mufu working on them as well. Forsaken has his barrage available, doesn't even need it, uses a glory fire of fireworks at the end. It will be Fortress, ladies and gentlemen, that move through to the round.